So we have here the Swiss round 2, the BuddyBuddy VG segment, and it will be Glenn against Brent. Glenn playing very common Grimmsnarl, Swampert, Pelipper, Sinistra core with our Chaodon as well, and also a Metagross as a 6th Pokemon. And Brent will be playing very well-known Big 6 composition, but with Life Orb on Basculete and Stitch Berry on Garchomp.
Brent has to be about prototype on big damaging Charizard, but at the same time with Evolute would be Charizard instead of the Sun, so really difficult.
I feel like for Glenn, the center definitely our Chaodon and just fire the Electro Shots, and with the screens up, and if you stay on the boost, it's taking very little damage from like Garchomp. It doesn't have Life Orb, but won't be doing nearly as much damage with that Earthquake. I feel like the only real way to hit this Archaeodon is Mega Floette or the Mega Charizard in Stun. Properly hit Archaeodon. Of course, have this Swampert that has Backup Sweeper, Knock Off, hit that Basculete. Life Orb, damaged by a lot. And when it KO, well, actually pretty much every single Pokemon except for Shot, with that Wave Crash in the rain being very strong. This matchup will definitely center around the key for Big Sweep 5 getting Weather Control. I feel like there are two approaches for the Big 6 player here, which is Fight Basculation, forcing a double attack on the Snarl turn 1, either getting rid of Snarl or getting big damage on the Pelipper that switched in. Or you can go Floette mode. Start clicking Dazzling Blasts and Light of Ruin. So I expect from Glenn either Snarl or Chaodon or Grimmsnarl and being able to damage. We'll have to see. The Whimsicott Floette. Yeah, this is one of the least that I anticipate. Again, the thought process being, if I can't have the Sun, I don't bring Charizard. I just use Floette to get damage down. Not gonna die to a Flash Cannon, and I can get KO. Sorry, I get at least one attack off with it. What do you think about this?
Yeah, definitely. Glenn has to be careful of strong Fairy type attacks, especially the Light of Ruin that big damage into Chaodon. So this light screen is very important, but at the same time, Moon Plus from Whimsicott plus Dazzling.
Yeah, that's probably the safest play, KOing the Snarl and getting damage on the Archaeodon. I wonder if we'll see a Moonblast into Grimmsnarl, hoping for it to run a KO, which will definitely not be the case. But maybe we even see a parting shot, knowing that the Grimmsnarl won't be long, get a drop off, and switch to your more defensive Pokemon. If he Light Terrain, Archaeodon probably firing off a Flash Cannon to either Shot or Floette. We see a Moonblast onto the Grimmsnarl. It's probably means a Dazzling Gleam coming out. That's doing a lot of damage with Fairy Aura. Dazzling Gleam definitely being able to pick up the KO with that modest nature. We see Dazzling Gleam. Yep, that's gonna KO, doing a good amount of chip to the Archaeodon. Now we have to see probably who does the Flash Cannon target into. Whimsicott could be crucial, breaking its Slash, but getting crucial chip on Floette. See it into Floette. This is gonna do a lot of damage. Doing about 70%, that's a lot more. Like if that Floette.
At the same time, the Floette is faster than the Archaeodon, so it can do a lot of damage before.
Yeah, I do wonder, will he go into the Swampert or the Pelipper? If he's Swampert coming out, now you force a Mind Game. Do I protect Earthquake if you double into the Archaeodon, or do I protect that Swampert, expecting a double up into the Swampert and KO your Floette with that Flash Cannon? I think maybe it's smart to spread the damage, clicking Dazzling Gleam, guaranteeing you get damage on at least one of them. You could see switch Swampert and Earthquake, because there's no Charizard in the back, so you don't Pelipper healthy, clearly. I would have liked to see Pelipper here instead of Swampert, maybe matching the Tailwind and getting Swampert in position. Could be really strong, but now you're forced to take damage on it, or risk getting all protect. I feel like there's no really safe play here if you're Glenn, and like Brent is definitely in a companion position. Love to see what they go for. I feel like Floette is really threatening here. it's not going to be able to stick around for long, but it can get one crucial attack off. We see Protect, expecting the double attack, and we see Swampert not Mega Evolving. That's a crazy play. Maybe this means he has Metagross in the back. That'd be wild to bring both of them. We see Flash Cannon going into the Floette. Means that maybe it's also a Wave Crash into the Floette. We see Wave Crash into the Floette. A great Protect. Predicting double up into the Floette, saying, okay, I know you're going to protect one of your Pokemon. So I'm going to protect my Floette. Knowing that they'll be able to Encore one of them and then have a free attack into the other one. Double attack and see free Moonblast chip into Swampert. I wonder why he didn't Mega Evolve. Maybe he has some Metagross in the back. Would be pretty reasonable. It's actually not even that crazy. Because you have the Metagross for the Floette, but then that begs the question, why didn't you go into Metagross? I think this might be a misclick here. Swampert switching out into Pelipper most likely. Yeah, Pelipper comes in, probably an Electro Shot into the Floette, but will Archaudon be able to get it off? Yeah, a Tailwind here, predicting the switch into Pelipper and the Earthquake. You see Light of Ruin as well. This will not KO the Archaudon, but it's going to do a lot of damage. What's going to KO itself with this recoil? The Electro Shot will be redirected into the Whimsicott, breaking its Focus Sash. I feel like still a really good position because he has a lot of damage. He Flash Cannon actually, not one Electro Shot, not being greedy. This Whimsicott is going to be at 1 Flash, being in range. Even on the Earth from Swampert later on. I feel like right now they're going to match Tailwind, Pelipper, but it's going to be hard when there's two very strong Pokemon. King Gambit comes in, Gambit being able to damage cut. Pelipper is a very physical defensive Pokemon with that a lot of damage. Archaudon will probably be going down to him right here. Don't like this position at all. You get free attacks, but you get a Tailwind. I do feel of Earthquake Swampert in Tailwind and Raid next to Pelipper. Archaudon Protect, expecting the Moonblast into that slot. We see Moonblast going into the Archaudon like we expected. Pelipper either going for a to the Whimsicott or for a Tailwind. But
yeah, bringing it just very range. Being able to match the Tailwind.
yeah, Pelipper did take damage from the Citrus Berry, and Archaudon is being threatened by Encore, I think.
For now, for Glenn to be able to position correctly to be able to get out of that one extra Tailwind, really important. Being able to live this. Pass.
Balance switches, being scared of the Encore naturally. I'm scared of the Moonblast plus out of the Pelipper slot. We see Pelipper Protect, anticipating a double up. We see the King Gambit Protect actually, not wanting to risk a Weather Ball or something. The Encore going into the Pelipper actually. Wow.
Trying to lock it into that Tailwind.
That was a good Protect. Now Swampert is looking scary. You can just click Earthquake. Say, okay, if you Encore me, then I get a free Earthquake. I do feel like this is still a good position because you can either Encore the Pelipper or force Swampert to Earthquake against Archaudon. I feel like it's still a bad position for Glenn. Also not horrendous. I do think Swampert will be in range. Attack Wave plus Sucker Punch. See, Mega Evolve naturally, unlike the last time. Actually, Mega Evolving this time. The Encore going to the Pelipper. Then probably a Earthquake here.
Let's see.
Pelipper failed double per. A Sucker Punch going in Swampert, doing a lot of damage. The Earthquake, yep. Probably gonna do around. It does a bit less than 70%. Now, it's really gonna be about using that extra Tailwind turn to get Archaudon in position. If the last Pokemon can't hit Archaudon well, this may be a good position. I don't know what the last one's gonna be. Basque Legion. Basque Legion a great pick here, being able to use the Rain against Rain teams. Those powerful Wave Crashes. I feel like this might be the end for Glenn. You have a very safe Punch plus Wave Crash.
One thing
less respect even because Life Orb is gonna be. Don't think just you can recover from this. Just hope for a misplay, I believe.
We have to keep close that for Glen's Pelipper, it is to protect, not wide guard, so Charizard Heat Waves a lot more punishing if sun is up.
Pelipper switch out. There's Shalom. Trying to get it back in later. The Sucker Punch. KOing. The Swampert. Not great.
Not being able to capture.
Just like being able to KO this Charcharodon, and I feel like Pelipper cannot clutch this up. Might be the end for game 1. I feel like maybe get enough damage off with your Swampert, only 1 Earth. The Kingambit was really good here, being able to pressure a Sucker Punch, Swampert, letting only get off 1 attack. Maybe you want to switch up a Swampert lead here, getting pressure onto this Floette.
I think that as well, Glenn played quite defensively that game and punished him when he had.
Encore was very punishing. I feel like you might want to get rid of the Whimsicott a bit faster. The Encore really punished is defensive plays, protecting and tailwinding might prove to be for him. I wonder if we'll see some Metagross, because you know the Metagross is tempting, because like it's really good into Floette, but also then again you have Charizard. So if you bring Charizard against the Metagross, it's not looking good.
Also,
I wonder, how do you think we'll switch it up?
I think that Brimstone kind of done. Kind of. Yeah, again. So, I don't know, it's quite interesting. Sinistra could be an option here to try to keep it around longer.
Sinistra being good. It's kind of a tricky position because you really need to predict which Mega Evolution to go for. If you go for the Charizard, you can lean a bit more your anti-Floette tool in the Sinistra and the Metagross. Maybe leave behind Pelipper. But if I bring the Charizard and you don't bring Pelipper, you're in a really bad position. So, I wonder what the mix-up will be here, or if he's to the game plan. Also be a possibility.
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, we see Swampert and our Charcharodon lead, I believe, against the Whimsicott and Floette. So this is interesting. He decided to lead both of his range sweepers, saying, okay, I can just decide which one I want to use immediately. We see here, maybe the potential of a switch to Pelipper Wave Crush play, but if a Tailwind's Line of Ruins with Swampert, that could be really bad. See, our Charcharodon switch out, he might have gone for it. Let's see, it's got Tailwinds. Or the Floette just protects, also a very valuable play. See Swampert. Oh, we see Floette Mega Ball first, sorry. Floette Mega Ball naturally, meaning to get that Fairy Aura online for the damage. Now, what did Brent lock in? Seems very happy about this turn. Swampert Mega Evolving as well. You know, he learned from mistakes.
Definitely.
Okay,
better to Mega Evolve the first go.
See, protect on the Floette again. If this is a Wave Crash, which it is, this could be troublesome.
Yeah,
we see
getting
a Moonblast going through the Pelipper slot can do a lot of damage with that Fairy Aura. It's gonna, wow, it's a lot of damage. It's gonna put it in such a very, this special tag drop. This might come in later. Now, this Tailwind plus Floette attack looks really scary. You might want to put up a Tailwind with Pelipper, but if you protect, then you can get Encored. I think this is a very bad position for Glenn. Floette plus Whimsicott just pressures so much damage. This could be spooky.
Tailwind plus something like Moonblast.
It's a Pelipper actually. Very surprising. It's a Grimmsnarl. Maybe. Yeah. He Wave Crashes again. No Tailwind.
No Tailwind.
What a surprising turn. Floette gets 1-hit KO'd. No Tailwind. He really got punished for being greedy. The extra attack, maybe predicting passive play. Moonblast going into Swampert actually just doing a little bit of damage, but with the Fairy Aura, it's not doing nearly as much as you want to.
Definitely.
This looks really spooky. Now, you have Grimmsnarl for screens. The Floette is gone. Our Charcharodon looks really scary here. Kingambit comes in. Kingambit not being able to KO the Swampert with Sucker Punch, I believe, because Swampert is still decently healthy. I feel like Grimmsnarl is also pretty free to slip a screen. maybe a light screen for him to get that Moonblast damage, or reflect. You want to be able to tank a Sucker Punch with Wave Crash Recoil. We'll have to see what screen he goes for, or maybe he parting shots on the Whimsicott, trying not to get Moonblast damage, but also getting this attack drop on it. I feel like this is now a very commanding position for Glenn. Swarmbird protects, very passive play, not wanting to take a damage on it. We see Tailwind coming out, maybe a prediction, I don't know. See Kingambit. Okay, we see Parting Shot going into the Whimsicott, very good play. Not wanting to get KO'd by that Iron Head or Moonblast. It's probably going to be Archalon switching in here, just being able to click Electro Shots. We see Archalon coming in. If it's an Iron Head into the Archalon, very good. You see Kowtow Cleave predicting the Parting Shot. What a good play. He's doing a lot of damage.
Wow.
Archalon, the main threat here, lost most of its HP. Not looking great.
Yeah,
But you still have a very healthy Archalon. Whimsicott a special attack dropped. You could potentially swap Swampert out to Grimmsnarl, predicting the Encore, clicking Electro Shot. But this is still not over because of that very nice Kowtow Cleave prediction.
Yeah, I mean, Brent, even being down his Mega, he does have deep control. And Glenn has to be careful, but with this, there's also no screens.
Yeah,
Although
there's no screens up yet. Archalon taking a lot of damage, that Kowtow Cleave. If there was a Reflect up, that might have taken a lot less.
I wonder how much Moonblast.
See Swampert switching out into who? It's into Grimmsnarl, like I said. Get up a light screen. See Encore failing into the Grimmsnarl. Very nice switch. See Kowtow Cleave going into the Grimmsnarl. Ooh, that's a very bad turn for Brent. Electro Shot will be probably coming out, or Flash Cannon even. See Electro Shot, also not to mention the crit into the Grimmsnarl doing about 25%. It's a lot more than you expect for a Quadras it. Probably going into Gambit, going into Gambit. It's taking a lot. It's not going to be able to tank another one of those. And if it's basically back, like again, this is no good switch into Electro Shot, and Grimmsnarl like be getting a screen up. Looks very bad for Brent. Archalon looks so unbreakable. You still have a knockoff Swampert and a pretty healthy Pelipper in the back. Yeah, like we might be going to game 3 here.
Yeah, definitely.
Well,
especially
maybe we shouldn't conclude the game yet, because anything can happen. Your Reflect going up. Yup. Saying I already have this drop on Whimsicott. I just want the Gambit to be the most damage. Moonblast doing a little bit of damage into Feldon. About 20%. See Stun going through the yellow. See Kowtow Cleave with the Reflect and 2 defense boosts. It's going to be doing barely anything.
So little damage.
See Electro Shot coming out again, most likely into this King Gambit. Maybe this one's got predicting a protect, but I doubt it. So risky. Gonna be going into Gambit. King Gambit's gonna be knocked out. Now,
much momentum.
if this is Basculegion in the back, I don't think this is very winnable for Brent. Green stopped. No more Electro Shots. He's going to get an Encore, your child into Electro Shot. Who knows? But this will probably just be a parting shot into one shot again. The Pelipper. Get the Electro Shot online again. Yup, we see Basculegion as the last Pokemon. I wonder if Glenn has to choose between getting up his light screen or parting shotting the Whimsicott here. The thing is, if you parting shot into Whimsicott and he double attacks, the Archalon might go down to this double up. Not sure. You see Grimmsnarl not parting shotting at all, just switching into this Pelipper. I wonder, maybe he expected to protect. See Moonblast going into the Pelipper slot. I do think that Archalon will be able to tank this last respect. The last respect coming out. Archalon tanks this. It will! With 7% Electro Shot. Will be carrying this Basculegion, most likely. He went for Electro Shot. This Basculegion will be going down. And this puts Glenn in a 4-1 lead advantage. Yeah, and this is definitely sealed. Unless he self-attack his own Pokemon, this is genuinely unwinnable. Basculegion going down to that +2 Electro Shot. And pretty close as well, Salt in the Wound.
Yeah, I don't think the crew was needed, but...
Yeah, no, me neither. Now I think the players, because this endgame is so locked up, they have some time to think, how do I adapt? Brent just saying, I don't need the time, I already know what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna forfeit right here. Just wanting to speed up the process a little bit.
I feel like in that game, the flood definitely didn't have the same impact as it did game
Yeah.
1. So maybe Brent has to think about maybe bringing the Charizard, because it has been both games
Yeah.
where there is no weather control on his side, so being able to just kind of run away with the game, especially
Yeah.
here for Glenn.
I do feel like I would like to see a Metagross lead away. This would make the process a lot easier for Glenn, but who knows? Like, he just won with the Swampert or Shadowland lead. Why not go for it again, right?
Yeah,
It's very tempting to just stick with the same leads.
yeah,
And
definitely.
I think it's mostly the pressure on Brent. Do I just play better, set up with this Tailwind this time, instead of risking my float getting O-code by that Wave Crash? Or do I switch to the lead, go for the Charizard mode? Who knows? Very exciting. Third game.
Here we go.
And we see Grimmsnarl Swampert against the same Floette plus Whimsicott lead. The Swampert is very scary here, because you have the light screen to reduce the damage, but you also immediately have it on the field. I would have liked to see Metagross here, but it's honestly not even that bad for Glenn. What do you think about it?
Yeah, I mean, definitely there's a lot of options for Glenn. As you said, you can set up the light screen, take a lot less damage from this Flood, and
But the problem with setting light screen here is Swampert without this rain not going to be one-hit KOing Floette.
and it
Glenn
also doesn't have the
Glenn
speed
looking
jump.
a bit sad, actually. Why?
Yeah,
Swampert Mega Evolve. Like, maybe if he Light of Ruins, this Swampert plus Moonblast, it might KO, I'm not sure. But if it doesn't, then this float will be going down. A Parting Shot,
oh,
he didn't click Tailwind. That means if this isn't the Pelipper and wait for the Floette, this will be a game-winning play on turn 1 in the game. Let's see. I'm hoping to see Pelipper and the Wave Crash into Floette. Pelipper comes in. I think he clicked Wave Crash.
yeah.
If you click the Earthquake, this might be tricky. He clicked Wave Crash,
did.
and the what goes down on turn 1. What a play.
Wow.
He really bamboozled him. He said, he baited him into believing he set up light screen, so there's no reason to Tailwind yet. He could just Moonblast for extra damage, but he bamboozled him. He Parting Shotted, not only reducing Whimsicott's damage, but also when it KOing this Whimsicott, as Floette with Wave Crash. Very
Yeah, now
dire
that
for
Moonblast.
Brent. What an amazing play. See Basculin come in, just using this rain pressure. It's not over yet, but it's looking really bad. Pelipper being able to set up a Tailwind unless he doubles into the Pelipper slot, predicting the Swampert to play defensively. I feel like here in this position, you're so ahead, you can let Swampert go and say, okay, if you double into it, I get up a Tailwind. If you double into my Pelipper, I knock off your Basculin. Win. He like Dylan's in the lead, but he doesn't play risky, play safe. But again, this Basculin with the Life Orb in the rain is looking very threatening. If you Pelipper switch out, or Chaldon, you're predicting an attack into that slot. You see a Tailwind go up, it's probably a Wave Crash into the Swampert. For less respects. Wave Crash into the Swampert, like we expected. Swampert going down.
Fully take advantage.
Now, you can go into the Grimmsnarl, and you can select with this Parting Shot drop on the Whimsicott. You won't be taking a whole lot of damage from it, and with this Flex and the boost, won't be taking that much from Basculegion. Like, now it's all on Swampert. I'm sorry, I'm on Tralon. If our Tralon can win this, do it quick before the damage ramps up.
The question now is, does he go Electro Shot into the Basque, or try to get rid of this Whimsicott as quick as possible with the Flash
I
Cannon?
feel like he might
Electro
Flash
Shot is
Cannon
quite...
this Whimsicott, predicting to protect. But I actually, like, I'm obviously rooting for Glenn because he's my buddy. So I'm hoping to see a Reflect plus Electro Shot into the Basculegion. See, Whimsicott switch out, saying I'm not gonna get much done here. I need to damn it. Who can get more pressure? Show me a Reflect. We should protect on Basculegion. So we're getting a free screen this turn.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a Reflect. The correct screen set here with 2 physical attackers on the field. Show me Electro Shot. We see Electro Shot is getting it a free. Looking very good for Glenn. This child, I'm looking primed and ready to start firing off. Electro Shots getting KOs left and right. See it going into the Basculegion like expected. Just playing it safe. Now you can go for maybe a Parting Shot into the Basculegion. reducing the damage even further. And unless there are some crits, which I don't want to say, I don't want to jinx it, but unless there are some crits, I think
No.
this game is wrapped up. The only thing that might lose is if you Spirit Break into the Gambit. I explicitly told him, whatever you do not click Spirit Break into the King Gambit, so I hope he doesn't go for it. But that's Whimsicott saying, I can't let this last speed go down, or else I lose. Parting shot into Whimsicott, logical play. Just, you know, into the more threatening Caliper. Maybe you can match a Tailwind here. Getting also Hurricane and Weather Ball pressure on Gambit and Whimsicott. Caliper coming out. Probably Electroshot again into the Basilisk. Can't protect anymore. We see Iron Knight going into the Caliper, predicting, staying in of this Grimmsnarl. We see Electroshot into who? I don't think King Gambit will go down to the shot, but it will definitely not. Will break Grimmscott's focus and turn that slot. It go into the Whimsicott. Doing a lot of damage. Focus is very
That is
frail.
very dangerous for Brent now because
Yep.
now Caledon can Electroshot into the King Gambit and Hurricane into this Whimsicott.
Yes. Also, this Whimsicott still has a drop from Parting Shot, so it's not going to be doing a whole lot. I feel like it's wrapped up.
Yeah.
Electroshot plus Hurricane, very safe play. Very low drawbacks. I don't even think Archalon goes down to a Sucker Punch plus Moonblood. Last crit. You see Whimsicott Protect, hoping to stay alive. Yeah, but not Protect, go for Kanto Cleave. I would have liked to see a Protect play, saying, oh, okay, now we can on-clear into Electroshot by a turn, get some more damage. But no, just hoping that Archalon targets Whimsicott, which might honestly Caliper entered. Going into the King Gambit. Gambit will be going down. It's a one
nice.
Oh, it's a
The invisible sash!
That's a crazy survival. He's back.
Wow!
I wouldn't say he's back in the game, but this definitely is a big survival, because if that King Gambit didn't survive, it would be instantly over. Now, we might see an encore into the Archalon, and I feel like, okay, there's a win con where you encore the Archalon into Electroshot, and you sacrifice King Gambit for more damage, and then you hope that Electroshot with the encore random targeting, because if for anyone who didn't know, like, he clicks Flash Cannon here, he gets encore into Electroshot. Electroshot is random targeting, so if this is encore, Electroshot might target into the wrong Pokemon, giving Basculin the free. But we see a Protect and Tailwind here. What a play! I don't think it's gonna work out. We see Flash Cannon going into the Whimsicott. Whimsicott getting KO'd, and presumably a Weather Ball into this very low HP Gambit. They're still possible because Basket Legion has a lot of damage. You see Hurricane actually, saying if he swoops into Basket Legion damage. Now I feel like Dragon Pulse might pick up this Basket Legion, and King Gambit is going to use that Weather Ball. Still reflect up. Thank you for showing us the boosts. Chalon has no defense boost at this point. So Wells Respect's going to do a big chunk.
Especially with the Life Orb.
Tailwind is still up. So maybe Last Respect plus Kata Cleave will kill Chalon if it's only chance. Very close.
Yeah, I mean, it looks pretty much wrapped up for Glenn at this point, but
you know,
I mean,
anything can happen.
Anything can happen.
If there's a crit, there's a way, which I don't like to say because I really want Glenn to win this, but you know, I have to as a good caster. I have to point out that there's still a way to win.
Yeah, crazier things have happened.
Caliper switch out, staying. I don't want to click Dragon Pulse. I want to click Electroshot. Hecked. What a good play. Guaranteeing this will be a Parting Shot winning play. Now you can Spirit Break, taking out plus Dragon Pulse, or you can just Parting Shot plus Electroshot. You see a double up into this Archalon. What a great Protect here, getting a free switch.
Yeah,
like
now with the
you have
Parting
two options.
Shot,
You can either Parting Shot Basket Legion, just ensure that the other crit you definitely survive, double up, don't get KO'd, or you could Spirit Break this 1 HP Gambit, KOing it, and staying. I think my Paladin Spirits can handle this Basket Legion on their own. I think both are viable options. I do like the Spirit option a bit more, because it does save you from the potential critical hit. I think, so, because he switched out, I think he might go Parting Shot plus curious to see what he will go for. You see Grimmsnarl switching out.
Oh, no Parting
Not
Shot.
going for the Parting Shot. Not going for the Parting Shot at all. Not wanting to risk Parting Shotting into Protect. I don't know why he did this, but Let's Respect
How much will this do?
It's not gonna KO. If
Ooh.
Katak Leaf crits, it's over. If it doesn't, Electric Shock will be KOing his Bastion Legion. It's so down to the wire. You see Katak Leaf going through the Archaladon. And it does a critical hit. Archaladon survives just barely. Not getting KO'd. That will also 1-hit KO this Bastion Legion. Wait, I guess it doesn't 1-hit KO. But it's pretty much 1-hit KO. This damage that is doing.
It would.
Yeah, it definitely would pick up this KO.
Yeah.
See Electric Shock going into this Bastion Legion. Bye-bye Bastion Legion. And that will be the game.
Yeah.
I do feel like the games like Glen 1 were very dominant. When
Yeah,
both of them,
definitely.
he has multiple Pokemon remaining at full HP. There was a few slightly misoptimal plays, but overall very well played from both trainers.
Yeah. And it all started with that turn 1 with the power
Yeah,
per switch getting
the turn one was very
KO.
amazing, a very good prediction. Risking it all, but also, not only risking it all, but if you got it right, he basically just got rid of one of his biggest threats on turn 1. That would pay off. That play that paid off spectacularly, and it pretty much winning him a lot of ground on turn 1.
Yeah, I mean, being able to just KO the opponent's Mega instantly and also having the free reign on that weather control throughout the entire set definitely seemed to go in his favor by the end. I'm guessing that maybe Brent was thinking about using the Bastion Legion, sort of using the rain against opponent with the Bastion Legion, but in the end, not the right call.
Yeah,
I think.
I feel like just I can't stop talking about how good that turn 1 was.
Yeah, that was a very good prediction. Yeah.
Now,
So,
I do think Glenn is now locked for top cut at a record of 2-0, even if he loses the next one. But of course, if he still wins, that would be even better, you know? Yeah, I'm excited to see how he does in the rest of the tournament. He's doing really well. That
yeah,
even
See-
round 3.
yeah.
welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We're here for round 3, and we got a special treat one. So yeah, so we were considering, okay, what can we put on stream? And apparently, all the people that have been on have already been features on stream. So I was thinking to myself, what special thing can we do? What if we put the O2ers on? And that's exactly what we're seeing. So funny enough, we're gonna see Stephanie and Wart playing, and they're both playing Rain.
Oh, okay, so it's a rain mirror match.
It's a Rain mirror match. There's a little few differences because earlier Wart had a few team list errors, so last round. So suddenly it was discovered that he didn't play Focus Sash on his team list at Citrus Berry, and then he realized, wait, I thought I played Dark Pulse, and he isn't playing Dark Pulse. So 2 team sheets errors later, now he's at the O2 table. So you know, while on the other hand, Stephanie playing Rain, she's a little bit more experienced, I want to say, than Wart, because she's played previous regulation a bit more. But Wart did get to Master Ball, so as a TCG player, kind of surprising, am I?
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, honestly, pretty fair. So let's take a look at the team sheets if we can. The first team sheet that we'll be looking at will be of Wart normally. And there we go. So we have Swampert Mega, Pelipper, Archelodon, Grimmsnarl, Sinistcha, Golden Go. So pretty standard, but the thing that stands out to me is the Golden Go. I don't see that quite often on this kind of team.
Yeah, definitely the Golden Go being something not often seen, but at the same time it can provide a pretty good matchup into most new megas that have been introduced in MB, such as Staraptor or the Mawile.
Yeah.
Which we did see one of our competitors is running.
And that's my buddy. He's playing the hard trick room, but unfortunately my actual buddy got sick. And now he got replaced by Matthew today.
Okay.
He's rolling with the punches, and he has like a document to try and play. But we've seen this Rain before. We know that Rain is good. A majority of the players are playing Rain. So let's take a quick gander at Stephanie's team as well, as she is playing very similar. But instead, there's going to be an Incineroar and a Floette. So you have that Floette with Incineroar, like the Floette mode, you know? I don't know. Do you like playing the Floette mode? Let's be real. I just want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, I mean, Floette can be pretty fun to play sometimes. I've seen a lot of different sets. Something that I personally enjoyed running back in MA was Draining Kiss.
Oh, yeah.
But I haven't seen as much of that. Something we can note here, actually, with the Swampert running no coverage move, just the Earthquake and high horsepower.
It's Duck It, We Stab. But I do like it because there's been a lot of times where I miss having Earthquake when I'm playing high horsepower and the other way around.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
you know, why not play both? So here we are. We're gonna be watching the O2 table here right now, but we're able to feature these 2 players as well because we still have another round after this. Archelodon, Pelipper in the lead for Stephanie, I believe.
Sinistcha.
Finish Archelodon. Yeah, okay. Now we have to check like who's on what side there. But yeah, so very nice of Stephanie to provide the Rain first off. So that means we can get to electroshotting. Both do have Swamp as a switch in. Both have Sinistcha to redirect. But I think the name of the game will be, okay, let's have some fun with Archelodon. And no reach pad or anything.
Also, we can note that off of this, Stephanie's Archelodon could be faster than Ward's Archelodon, which could be important later on in the game.
Oh, that's true actually. Yeah, might have a little bit of a speed advantage here, but already decent damage. Like the Archelodon is getting a defense boost, but we're hitting with the special side. Pelipper going for the Hurricane. Kuwa Berry activating, meaning that this damage will be halved right now, and the Sinistcha is able to keep that quite nicely here, as the Sinistcha could go for a move of its own, but it's confused actually.
This could be big.
Dragon Ball's coming out. Oh wow, that did a lot. Actually, wait. So maybe that's why the Archelodon from Wart took that much, and the confusion hit. Unfortunately, no matcha gotcha, no rage powder, no nothing coming out from Wart's side on his end. But now we have a little time for some snacks as the throws. But okay, so Stephanie's is faster, is now a +1. What we can see from this, maybe a set like a Dragon Pulse right now could very well be the end of the Archelodon from Wart here. Quite detrimental. Sinistcha switching in and giving that free Hellcat.
Yeah, something we don't see a lot in NA. Oh, but the protect from Ward's side.
Protect here coming out.
Electro shot.
Oh.
Is it going into the Sinister here?
So charging up, we always see the animation first and then move the special attack raise, of course, as well.
Into the protect.
Yeah. Okay, so let's see. Maybe Wart is going for something like a trick room. This cup of tea just don't wanna do it. It is spilling all over the floor, unfortunately. The matcha ain't gotcha as this right now. This Sinisha not really doing a lot himself, but dealing 20% to itself about now.
But I mean, teabag hitting against the cup a bit too hard.
Yeah, the teabag going too hard there. I do think now that Stephanie is at +2, a Dragon Pulse could very well just kill the Archalon from Wart, as we have a switch out going to the Pelipper. Holmes Pelipper. Oh, this is the event Pelipper. But if you transfer it, so it is Patrick Collins Pelipper. If you change it, like if you don't change it, it stays home Pelipper for some reason. It's going to the Pelipper who is. I was about to say, is he Focus Sash again? But he's Citrus Berry.
He got buy one get one. KO! The double KO.
Yeah.
Wow.
So right now, the claims of Wart saying that he went to Master Ball, it's not really hitting me as hard as it was earlier.
Yeah. I wanna check if his buddy was maybe on that account.
Yeah, his buddy. Honestly, the two buddies are sitting right over there. They're discussing it as well. So
they're thinking we didn't teach him that.
We did. Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But I think Stephanie is kind of running away with the game right now. You do have redirection, but you don't have. Well, you're behind already with the electro shots. You're back at neutral, and Stephanie's almost at full health with everything.
Pretty much. Pretty much. Now it's just about getting rid of the Sinister and then being able to one-shot with the Dragon Pulse at this point. With that speed control.
I'm trying to think about adaptations, but something that I think that Wart actually could use is that Golden Go. I think like Sinisha plus Golden Go could be very nice. You redirect the Hurricane, you redirect the Electro Shot, but you just nasty plot and you just go for a strong life or boosted Shadow Ball into the Archalon. Give maximum damage, which I think could provide to be useful.
And no screens from Stephanie's side, so
yeah, exactly.
Very interesting.
Could
see how much damage that does.
Because Stephanie's Archalon is faster, so it might not have as much special defense as some others might. But that is, of course, something that only the trainers know. Well, probably the buddies more likely than they themselves, which is the interesting part. But Wart still sticking to it, having his Archalon on the field, trying to maintain his ground right now.
Yeah, I think he's trying to use up all the extra time he has just to think about an adaptation going into that next game. Yeah. Which is quite smart.
I actually have a question. So, if you're playing Rain, and you're up against the Rain team, well, is your mindset a lot of times, I'm not bringing my Pelipper? Because I love to do that. But the issue is when my opponent thinks the same way, suddenly you both don't have Rain and you both don't have immediate electro shots, and then it's just a little bit awkward, which I think is really funny. But I think maybe these players might be considering. But yeah, we have the forfeit here as Stephanie won game 1 in that we'll be going to game 2. So, all right, back again to the adaptations. I do think that Golden Go could be very nice. I think Nasty Plug Golden Go with, because you tend to be bulky enough to be able to survive a electro shot as well. You're able to just make sure that you're, in that case, able to go for a Nasty Plug guaranteed. So you could go with your own Archalon and go for electro shots. If they bring, again, Pelipper plus Archalon, that way the Golden Go can be on the field for one turn, depending on what they brought. Because, of course, if you go for Weather Ball plus electro shot, that Golden Go ain't surviving. So this is something that we have to consider there, as the next game is trying to be set up right now.
I'm actually quite interested because how dominant Stephanie was that last game, we didn't actually see what that last Pokemon in the back was. True. Could have been very possibly the Swampert, so maybe that could be interesting.
Swampert is a really good Pokemon because it's really good into rain, but it's also good against rain because you have those earthquakes, you have stab wave crashes, which are powerful. Stephanie's going back at it again with the same leads here, as Wart is changing tactics, leading the Swampert this time. immediately threatening the Archarodon with a strong ground type move like an Earthquake or even a high horsepower, as the Pelipper could go for a prediction and maybe go for something like a Hurricane, trying to call out that there's a Sinisha potentially switching in, depending if you want to call that.
Yeah, exactly. As you said, the potential for an Earthquake here is very high, and as well, we can see which Pelipper is faster.
It's actually also true. We saw the activation of Drizzle of one of the Pelipers, but that doesn't guarantee yet what the interaction is. We do know that Stephanie's is Stash, so they tend to be max most of the.
Yeah, most Citrus Berry Pelipers tend to be bulkier, so we'll see.
Immediate swap here from Ward's side, going to the Sinisha. So going maybe for that offense here. Archon, no Mega! Electroshock coming
No
out.
Mega!
No Mega! It's, you know, you're keeping it for the backup Mega.
Taking some inspiration from Glenn last round.
Yeah, that's true. He also did that. Electroshot into the being able to survive that quite healthily. As now Pelipper is going for that tail, and Swampert not Mega evolving means that he doesn't have like an attack boost that he would get with that Mega. Going for the Earthquake will be hitting his own Sinisha now as well, of course. As damage, and honestly, decent damage onto that Archarodon.
Another thing we can note is that because it didn't Mega Evolve, it did move last that turn. So we don't know how it could have played out, maybe getting the jump.
The speed interaction, yeah, because this could be a bulkier Swampert compared to the Archarodon, so it could be, now that Tailwind is up, it is same applied as on Twist Swim. So, right now, you could go for a high horsepower onto the Archarodon, or maybe Mega Earthquake, you know, like it is strong. But Stephanie is going for the defensive play, going for that Sinisha, trying to make sure that that Sinisha is picking up that Archarodon, as right now, Wart has to try and deal with his Archarodon as fast as possible before it gets out of hand, and we see no Mega again. This man left his Mega Stone at home. Earthquake coming out again, and we see the Buddy going wild up here as hitting your own Sinisha, bringing it lower even. So maybe going for a Trick Room play. Yeah, okay, going for a Trick Room play. The unfortunate thing is, the opponent still is playing Sinisha, and that Sinisha loves seeing a Swampert right now, because you are able to gulp that Swampert's health down to 0 in just a matter of an instant.
Yeah, definitely. Especially now with the Archarodon recovering so much HP and having that stamina boost.
Yeah, maybe that Sinisha could give some helping hands, you know? Hey, let's go. But being in this position, of course, Wart tried to have a game plan with having this Trick Room option here. Approach this. So let's see if Stephanie is able to understand that, wait, this is fine. This is absolutely not that bad. As Sinisha is switching out from Wart's side, going to the Archarodon. Please don't Earthquake, please don't Earthquake, please don't Earthquake. Okay, Ice Punch going into Sinisha. No Mega, because if you Mega, you would be in fact faster. Dragon Pulse coming out onto that Archarodon, doing massive damage, of course, only after a +1. Huge. As now Trick Room has been reversed, so now Swampert is able to just go for an attack again.
Yeah, it can just Mega Evolve here and do some big damage. I think that is quite advantageous for Stephanie that she undid the Trick Room. Because as we saw with the Archarodon, it will pick up the KO on Ward's Archarodon from here, and with the stamina boost.
I do think you need to Ice Punch Sinisha. You need to remove that.
You need to get rid of it.
As fast as possible, because that Sinisha could have just as well drained that Swampert for its entire stock there. Swampert switching out instead, and it's going to host Pelipper. So it is neutral at the very least, but Archarodon is able to go for the Dragon Pulse, and that's just going to be a kill there. And now this Matcha Gotcha is going to be powerful. Single target as well onto the Pelipper. It might be neutral, but it's still massive damage. Critical hit on top. You know, a little, you know, you like your tea with your critical hit? I love critical hits on my tea. But with that, the Citrus Berry does get activated on the Pelipper at the very least. The Tailwind is over for Stephanie's side, and okay, potentially you could set up your Tailwind on your side from Wart's end. The unfortunate thing is the Archarodon is the fastest thing except for Mega Swampert, not regular Swampert, Mega Swampert. So We might be debating what the plan here is for Wart here. But...
Yeah, it's very interesting to see what he could go for here. I think that even with the Mega, the Arcaldon can be so bulky
Yeah.
that we know it outspeeds on Ward's Pelipper, so Electroshock can just deny any ideas of Tailwind on Ward's side.
Yeah. So Swampert going Mega, go for the Earthquake.
Gotcha.
Okay, so it's not gonna do all that much damage to the Sinistcha. You could very well try and go for a Hurricane onto the Sinistcha. The unfortunate thing is the Archelon is going to be faster, so another boost to that Archelon, another Electroshock into that Pelipper, and now you have a little teacup that says, oh, you know what? He finally Mega. That's some extra juice there. He's juiced up. I love that. Give me that health. Yeah. There goes the Electroshock, down goes the Pelipper, and that means that right now, if this Machagacha is able to connect, it will be able to KO this Swampert because it's single target, 4 times effective, and it's just gone!
Yeah, I think that got nuked harder than Hiroshima. And now the Sinistcha back to almost full HP, 99%. Just
Yeah, I think we might be able to call this another perfect 4-0. Because
yeah,
last one was
I think so. This
This
has been
is-
such a commanding set from Stefani over Ward here, and with the forfeit, the game is over.
Yeah. GG, well played to Stefani. I think I see the buddy from which is Aiden losing his hair right now. So Aiden is in disbelief right now, but Christoph is he's claiming that he lost 20 years of his life right now.
Yeah, I think he's gonna go bolder than Marco Fierro after that game.
I do think
Wow.
it was interesting to see. I was very happy to be able to present T2's players, and Stefani played very well.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely very good game. Wasn't maybe expecting it from an 0-2 player.
No,
but
no, like she knew what to do.
Yeah,
She knew
exactly.
perfectly too how to approach the match. So that was very well played. So with that, we are going to take a little break. We'll be back shortly with round 4. We are not switching trees. Well done, man. That was good. See you warmed up.
Yeah.
Yeah.